we all know, honestly, I think we all know what we need to do, but are you doing it? Are you doing it for the people around you? And yes, people we're seeing with companies that bring us in and like, hey, we need help on loyalty and retention and da da da. It's like, okay, well, they're not leaving your company. They're leaving your leaders. They're not being led. They're not being invested in. They're not improving. They don't see a future here. And mom was so magical at this. Strategy is a word that we throw around a lot. Let's do a SWOT analysis and let's do all this complicated stuff. Hold on a second. Let's boil strategy down because my mom was magical at this. She was a master at this. She had to do this over and over again in games. She'd have 90 seconds in a basketball game. There's a timeout. It lasts 90 seconds max, some of them 30 seconds. And she'd have to bring everybody in. She'd have to listen to her assistant coaches real quick, her staff, her C-suite. Then she'd have to go into a huddle. Again, all this in 90 seconds. Get everybody organized. Say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. And here's why we're going to do it. Here's why it's going to work. It made them believe in it. And then she'd say, okay, now let's go. And then she'd have to do it again. She'd have to do it in the game. And then in her career, you got to think, in a college team, you lose 25% of your seniors, they leave. So you lose 25% of your team every year. And they're like your leaders. You're not losing frontline. So she's losing 25% every year and bringing in 25%, which are rookies, fresh out of high school. So every year, she had to go through strategy. What, how, and why. And I think we're talking about leadership. I think we're losing sight of making sure everybody has the why. And we've heard TED Talks and we've read it about know your why. But do you do it? Like, I'm challenging the people listening to this. Do you do that in every area of life? Do you do it in your faith? Do you have that? Like, do you have a strategy for your faith? We all have mission statements at work. Do you have a mission statement for your life? What about your family? You have kids. Your kids know why they're here. Do they know how to be successful? Do they know what they're trying to do? What about your significant other? Do you know what you're trying to accomplish? Do you know why you have that relationship? Do you have a joint statement where it's like, this is what we're trying to do? My mom did it over and over and over again. It was so simple, but everybody bought in because she was a leader. And here's the secret sauce. She would help them with the what, the how, and the why. Okay? Before a season even started, the what. Let's start with the what. She would say, okay, the what was usually a national championship. And she got 8 of them, which is a lot. So she would take them through sometimes the different things before a season, before a game even started. She would say, okay, what are we trying to accomplish? National championship. All right, let's go through the national championship celebration. They haven't even played a game yet. And she says, we're going to celebrate this year's national championship that they haven't won yet. And she goes, okay, we're all going to walk in a line like this. All right, now you're going to sit in this order. Okay, good. The band is on the left. All the fans are on the right. Okay, now here's the speech. I'll talk first. The banner's going up right here. Hey, tomorrow, does everybody have a suit and a dress? We're going to the White House to meet the president tomorrow because we won the national championship. She's literally doing, it's like it already happened. It's like they already won. They're months and months and months from even that game. They don't even know if they're going to make it to that game. Everybody knew the what. Now let's go to the how. Okay, she would have her players lay down on the court and visualize what they were going to do in the game the next day. And listen, that was a lot for a coach to do that because you only got an hour for tournament practices, which is not a lot for a practice. You only got an hour. She would seemingly waste practice time to have them lay on the court, close their eyes, and visualize. But it worked. And they beat the competition. And they were successful. Now let's go to the why, because this is the most important point. My mom would have one-on-one meetings with everybody in the organization. Everybody. And it took some time. And everybody's like, I don't have time. Trust me, you have time for this. You have time to have one-on-one meetings with the people around you. If you don't have time for that, then come on. Turn off the TV, turn off the emails, turn off the shows, whatever you're doing. Get off of Twitter and all the social media and have a real conversation with somebody and say, okay, why are you doing this? Why are you at our company? What's the goal? What do you want? Why are you here? Like, why? Like, tell me your why. And my mom would do that with each player. She would know that player number 1 wanted to go on and play professionally. She wanted to go overseas. She wanted to travel the world playing basketball. She'd know that player number 2 just wanted to make her family proud. That's it. She didn't want to go on and play pro. She wanted to do a career, something else. And so what if my mom tried to do the same speech to both of them? What if my mom tried to motivate them the same way? What if my mom just came in like a cookie cutter and had like some managers and said, all right, here's what we got to do, go. And that's it. No, my mom she'd still do the what and the how, but then she'd go to player 1. She'd say, hey, she whisper, hey, there's going to be pro scouts at that game tomorrow. You've got this. You've got this. Your dreams are coming. She'd go to player number 2 and she'd say, hey, the game's on national TV tomorrow. Your family's going to be so proud of you. You've earned this. It was magical. That just that small little 10 seconds to each individual reinforcing their why, and their why fit under the company why, the business why, the organization's why. If we win as a team, everybody else accomplishes their goals.